I just found 5 small YouTube channels that are absolutely crushing it in 2025. And when I say small, I mean some have less than 10,000 subscribers, but they're making more money than channels with millions of subs. And we're going to be going over a bunch of examples. Some of them are just making some side hustle money, a few $1,000s a month. Some of them are making tens of thousands of dollars a month. And one of them is even making around 7 figures a year. And the crazy part is a lot of people would call these channels boring, right? They're not the mass market, super entertaining, Mr. Beast style channels that get millions of views. In fact, most of these channels have less views in their entire channel than Mr. Beast gets in the first day of one video. But that's exactly why they're making bank, because they don't get that many views, but they get the right views. And today I'm going to be breaking down all 5 channels, how much they make, where their money comes from, and how you can copy their strategies. So if you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently tapping that like button. And let's jump into it right now. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to give you a bunch of different examples because I know different types of people want to start different types of channels. So I'm going to give some examples of faceless channels, and I'm going to give some examples of personal brand channels, and I'm going to give examples of channels that sell like high ticket products and services, or channels that don't really sell anything and they just make their money from views. So the first channel I want to look at is basically a completely automated channel. In my opinion, I believe this is 100% AI. It probably has, a human being check it at the very end, but like 99% of the work is done completely by AI. And this is, of course, a faceless YouTube automation channel, and that is going to be Bedtime History. And their first video was uploaded about 3 months ago. They have around 22,000 subscribers, and their channel is growing rapidly. And they're making about $1.6 to $4.5 thousand a month. That is an estimate according to ViewStats, but I think that that is a huge underestimate because these videos are super long. They're like hours long in some cases, and longer videos have more room for ads, so therefore they're probably making more money. So I would be willing to bet that they're probably making somewhere between $6,000 and $10,000 just from AdSense alone, and that's from a channel that was just started 3 months ago, and it's pretty much 100% AI created, which is pretty incredible. Now, when it comes to using AI to create YouTube content, just about every channel out there should use AI to help them with the writing portion. But then there are some types of channels where you can use more and more AI, all the way to an extreme example where it's pretty much 100% AI generated like this one. So you should absolutely be using AI to do a lot of the heavy lifting and help you make better content faster. But there are a lot of types of channels out there that, obviously they can't be 100% AI. That's pretty obvious. Mr. Beast, for instance, that's a channel that can't be 100% AI. All right, quick break, guys. This Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to show you how I got this little YouTube 1 million subscriber plaque right here. I'm doing a one-time only workshop where I talk about how you can finally profit from youtube.com with the help of AI. And you can check it out down in the description and the pinned comment below. And at this workshop only, I'm going to be giving away my voice command scriptwriter AI. With this tool, you can make a script without having to type anything. All you have to do is tell AI what you want to write, and you can even have a conversation with it, like as if it's your friend, and it can take as little as 30 seconds to write you a script. It's that simple to use, right? No typing, no dragging stuff, just talking with AI. And this is a GPT-powered piece of software that I've been working on, and it's been trained on thousands of hours of my teaching, my scripts, coaching sessions, and more. And I'm giving it away completely free this one time only at the workshop, and it's a completely free workshop. So make sure you show up, click the link in the description or the pinned comment below, and when you're done registering, make sure you click on add this to your calendar so it'll show up on your Google, Apple, or Outlook calendar so you can make sure you won't miss the chance to grab the voice command scriptwriter AI. And you'll also be able to ask me questions live. So I look forward to meeting you. It'll be a Zoom call where we can just talk to each other. And I'll see you Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right, another channel is going to be Tappa. Now, Tappa is an awesome guy, and when he first started with me, he basically was having a lot of issues with YouTube. He was doing it in such a way where it was a lot of work, taking up way too much of his time, and he wasn't really getting a good ROI from it. And after working with me, we basically created a system where it didn't take up very much of his time, and he was able to scale all the way up to around $30,000 a month just from YouTube alone. Now, I think he's doing far more than that from YouTube now, but in the time that he worked with me, he scaled up to $30,000 a month, and then using my knowledge, and then with my help, utilizing my knowledge afterwards, he has now scaled up to over 7 figures. And you can see right here, steal my 1.9 million per year Instagram business. So he is making multiple 7 figures a year now. And we'll be going over how we were able to help him in that live workshop. So definitely check that out. Links in the description and the pinned comment below. But yeah, this just goes to show, he has around 12,000 subscribers and he's making at least $30,000 a month from this channel. So yeah, he's absolutely crushing it. He's going to crush it even more in the future. Tapa's a great guy. And this just goes to show that if you monetize in the right way, you don't have to have that many subscribers. You don't have to get that many views to make a ton of money. All right, third one is Jeff Hampton. I found this guy. These channels can be somewhat difficult to find. A lot of my clients, for instance, actually don't want me to reveal their channel because they don't want people to compete with them. However, this guy is not one of my clients, but I did find that he was making about $30,000 a month from this channel. And the crazy thing is, this is just a 6,000 subscriber channel. So to the untrained eye, you would think that he's probably not making any money at all. But he is a lawyer and he basically specializes in short-term rental investing and specifically asset protection. Now, this is an example of someone from a more traditional type of business, like basically he has like a legal firm, he's a lawyer, making money from YouTube. And this is very, very common. There's a lot of real estate agents crushing it on YouTube. It's even starting to get very popular with local service type businesses, where there's plumbers and HVAC guys and storage facility businesses, etc., that are absolutely crushing it on YouTube. And one of the reasons for that is because you can actually mark where you're from and then make content about that place. For instance, there's a ton of content creators that make content specifically about Las Vegas, just as an example. Now, in his particular case, he is not a local content creator, but this is just a good showcase to basically show that, if you have kind of traditional brick and mortar type business, you can absolutely use YouTube and make a ton of money from it. But yeah, Jeff Hampton, crushing it, making like 30K per month with a 6 subscriber channel. That's pretty awesome. But you might be thinking, Shane, I'm a bit older. I don't think I can start a channel. Actually, some of my absolute best clients, the clients that are crushing it the most and crushing it the easiest, are in that older demographic. And here's why. There is a massive amount of demand for content that is for older people. And the reason for that is because advertisers will pay sometimes 2 or 3 times as much to advertise to that older demographic because, let's be honest, they have more money. 80% of the wealth in the United States is owned by 50 and older. And the second thing is, a lot of people in that older demographic want to watch content from other older people because it's much more relatable. And then the third thing is there is not a lot of older content creators, mainly because of technology issues. They just, it's hard for them to understand the technology and that's just too much of a hurdle for them. But actually, we make it super easy for them to make videos. You don't have to be good at tech at all. And those are the clients that we see blowing up the easiest. And so an example of one of those clients is Guy, and he started the hearing care channel. And he's basically an older guy who has what's known as tinnitus, which is constant ringing in the ears, which is something that a lot of people suffer from, including my own dad. Now, Guy is retired and he basically wanted to make some side hustle income. He wanted to make, a couple extra $1,000s a month on the side with YouTube. And he basically makes content trying to help people that have tinnitus manage it. And one of the main things he does is he reviews different hearing aids, specifically ones for tinnitus. And he was able to secure a $1,500 monthly sponsorship before he even had 1,000 subscribers. In fact, he was only around 500 subscribers when he did this, and now he makes several $1,000s a month from his channel. And so Guy was able to start this channel and make several $1,000s a month from YouTube on the side, retired with a side hustle that doesn't take him that much time. And so he achieved his goal. And the last channel I want to talk about is Joaquin Ravello. This is a channel from someone who, when I first met him, he was actually just 18 years old and he was starting this channel. And at first he was talking about all kinds of random stuff like nuclear energy and engineering stuff. And he was talking about study skills and all kinds of random stuff. The channel was all over the place. But he reached out to me and we basically figured out that he had a very specific niche that he should be targeting. And this was international or foreign students who are trying to get into elite Ivy League universities in the United States of America. Now, why did we target this niche? Well, it's because Joaquin was a foreign student who got into an Ivy League university in the United States of America. And there's a ton of foreign students who want to do that as well. and they have rich parents. So basically, he started making videos for the students and their parents and offering mentoring for them. And he actually made it from zero to over $80,000 in a month in his first 6 months of working with me, which is absolutely wild. So that means the run rate, about $85,000 a month times 12, is over 7 figures a year. So he had a 7-figure run rate business within 6 months of starting to work with me on YouTube. So yeah, absolutely crushing it. If you want to see how we helped him do that, attend the live training down in the description and the pinned comment below. It's completely free. We're just going to be giving away a ton of free value. That's always our goal with this channel. And I know that 99.99% of people who watch this channel are never going to be my customers or my clients, right? And that's totally fine. I want to give all of you a ton of value completely free, and I'm more than happy to do that. But for the 0.1% of you who do want a YouTube coach, who want somebody to actually look at their situation, tell them what their blind spots are, tell them what they're doing right, tell them what they're doing wrong, go ahead and book a call with myself or my team down in the description and the pinned comment below. On this call, we'll figure out where you are right now, where you want to be, we'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. But either way, we'll make sure you get a ton of value out of the call. Now, additionally, check out this video I did on how normal people are suddenly exploding on YouTube by clicking right here.